Hello YouTube fans, here again. And I figure why not, but maybe some shit off my face. Do this one, do this one. Talked about wrestling before, but what I didn't talk about was the golden days of the wrestlers. So I'm going to do something like that now, why not? With my nephew's watching, I'll give it a go. I'll start with this one. Papa dog in the fight. Papa go, fight for your right. Or fight for your life. This level one, we know the theme tune. Oh, Olden. Why not Oh, Olden? Why not? So, in the days of old Olden, we know he was a wrestler. He was a wrestler through the 70s, 80s, through the 90s, and so to say, he retired in, I say, the mid 2000s, right? And his big break, as we know, was he was a wrestler. I think rightly they called him, I can't think of his name now, Tannenbaum. His original name was Tannenbaum, the character name I'm on about. And as you know, in 1982, he had this big break. In 1982, we know the Biddick film being the third, Rocky film being Rocky 3, as he played like a villain wrestler, gold arm, remember right there. Tannenbaum. And, the rest. So Tannenbaum has a fight with Rocky. Rocky manages to outsmart him. They have a photo did therefore. They do it for charity and so on. But it hit a name for him. It hit a name because soon after he did that, he got his big break in WWF. Now at the time, Mick Mann, who was producing the golden days of WWF, said, "Why don't you dye your hair Owens?" And I think originally they wanted to give him a different name, if it was Viking or something like that. No, Odin didn't want to dye his hair. He was already going thin, wanted to keep his hair blonde, and instead named his name, Odin. The new date song, as we all know, the one I just sang, Papa don't fight again, fight for your right, all that. And funny enough, as you know, through the years, his original tag partner would have been Mr. T. It's funny enough, Lucky Free. So at the time, Mr. T was his tag partner, which was about the same time he was doing the well-known TV series. I remember showing the box set of them being the 18. So he did a lot of the WrestleManias. He was a big highlight. Olden back in the 80s was an highlight. You know what I mean? People remember him in the golden days where he do the WrestleManias, whether he was in the Summer Sams, whether he was in the Survivor Series. The list goes on. Whatever event you watch it, the list goes on. And through his later careers, he went out of that, and then he decided to go into WCW, but not just WCW, the NWO. The NWO, there's like you had your duddies, your baddies, and at the time, Holden got sick of being a dud guy. He decided to go into being a bad guy. So he went for the double O, he drew a beard, a bit darker. I need to save today, probably after this. Get this up a shit on my face. But moving on. So he went and he became a bad guy in the end, double O. But again, didn't last that long. He decided to do it a rest for a bit. But before all that, I can forget it. He started to do the movie business. So in 1989, he did a film called No Holds Bars. Quite successful, but wasn't a big hit. And some of his films, I've got to admit, action was not his forte. You know what I mean? Like most action stars, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, stars like Sylvester Stallone, stars, let's say, like John Ford Van Damme, and so on. All never hit that status. I mean, never hit that status. Most of his films were done on the cheap, but all they weren't that successful. So it records. It wasn't that successful. No Holds Bars. You had two well-known wrestlers appeared in No Holds Bars. And like I say, he did the end double role for a bit, and then he went back into WWF before they altered it to WWE. And during then he did a lot of other day events, but I've got to admit that Mick Man fucked him over. fuck it, I'm not going to be respectful to the guy. He fucked him over as a businessman because he's later to this in the golden days of WWE or F, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It was great when he first come back, but then after that, they just do shitty matches. I remember the fight he had with McMahon, and then after that, they fucked him over. They fucked him over. I cannot lie. I cannot fucking lie. They fucked him over. They fucked him off the wrestling ring. He had to try and make a comeback with a mask on. He got discovered in some stupid story. McMahon made a twat out of him. They fucked him off again. And he just fucking went. He went, bye bye. Just like that. Just like that. But as the days went on, there was a lot of these reality shows. And he decided, why not he casting on the reality show? So he did the old Aldrin show. You know, him and his family. They did the old Aldrin show. Your typical reality show, his kids, his life, and so on. And they did that for a bit. And it was quite successful. I mean, I admit, guilty of charge. I did watch a few episodes. I think it was the only shit to watch on TV at the time. And I do admit, so I do admit that there was like all right to watch the old Aldrin show. I mean, they were all right, and I do know it appeared in some of the TNAs. Again, wasn't that successful, the TNAs, but they were all right. They were all right, but going back to the days of when he did the WWE, the days when he did the WWF, or whatever you want to call it, that was when he was at his height. That was when old Holden was on his height. He was on his best. He was at his best. Like I said, I've seen some of his films. They're there, but they wasn't that big. And I've been over the years, even though Holden admitted that his acting was not his forte, he even makes fun and said, my acting today. And you know what I mean? Even I chuckle at that. Even I laugh at that because he was right. His acting career wasn't that good. I feel if he's going to do a wrestling move, he should do it on his fucking agent who stuck him in those films. He should get his agent who put him in these cheap fucking B movies and he should do a SummerSlam on him. He should just do a fucking SummerSlam on him. Rip the fucking head off, even though I'm not a fighting person, throw him in the ring and kick the shit out of him. That's coming from the fucking art. You should kick the fucking shit out of them. Because the films they stuck him in was shit. They were shit. Noel Bass was overhyped, but it was cheaply done, and you can see it was cheaply done. I didn't mind that one though. I one day around the world, I'm talking about films. I'll probably talk about Noel's Bass. It's not as bad as his later films. I'll put it that way. His later ones, yeah, but yeah, he was big, so they got to make it old and made it big. Like I said, the golden days of WF, he was the main character. I wouldn't think of the song Papa Gold in a fight, Papa gonna run, fight for your life. And he was good in that era. He was good, old and was good. Like most, when you get older, your career goes splat. And it's the same. This is a sample where I would say old age sucks asses. It sucks ass. And it shows McMahon fucked him over, fucked his career. And it's the same. It's the same because I mean I like old. You look at old and you look at the hero of wrestling. In the days of British wrestling, people think of Big Daddy, right? But in the days of WCW, you think of Sting. WWF, I'm not going to call it another name, I'm not going to shit, I get shit for copyright. You think of WWF, you think of old Holden. Straight away, hand on my heart, you think of old Holden. So to old Holden, I dilute him. So probably around the world, I'll talk about other well-known wrestlers. But into them, be smart, be safe. See you later.